What's up, everybody, to another The the Elimination Chamber edition. First off, I'd like to point out last last night's episode of SmackDown. Of this recording, this is on Saturday, by the way. Uh, there, therefore, it's last night. Anyway, during the last match, during the triple team, did anybody notice that the Universal title was under the commentary table? I found that it was real quick, but you can see the Universal Champion belt right on the table where they have Paul Heyman just appeared right there. So it's a little weird until the last minute until, Edge speared, who was it? Sheamus? Not Sheamus. Who was it? It was Jay, I believe. Even though it was last night. So yeah, and then Roman Reigns just right then and there speared Edge, and then obviously he needs Paul Heyman to hand him the belt. So yeah, I find that a little funny that all of a sudden, right when the commercial comes back, you know, there's the Universal belt right under the table. But moving on to the Elimination Chamber, which is tomorrow. So let's run it down. First one is the Raw Edition Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. I will give this to Sheamus. He's a plus 350 to win with where's my notes? With Drew McIntyre favorite to win at negative 400. For those who do not remember when I did the Royal Rumble, the odds favorite is negative. The favorite to win will be in the negative column in order for you to make a profit. In this instance, Drew, you would need to bet $400 or more to see a profit for if you want Drew, if you bet it on Drew. Therefore, I'm going on Sheamus. Again, he's a plus 350. Jeff Hardy is a plus 5,000. I'm not expecting him to win at all. But, like I said, I'm betting Sheamus to win. Who knows? Maybe this time the Miz will actually cash in, Money in the Bank. There's something on in the background going on right now. But like I said, I think if I remember, he cashed in when Sheamus held the title, and it's a little full circle ish type vibe going on. Who knows? It might happen, but my money's on Sheamus to win the Elimination Chamber. Moving on, the SmackDown Elimination Chamber for the Universal title number one contender, who will go on to face, Roman Reigns for that title. My money's on Cesaro. He's at a plus 150. Kevin Owens is at a negative 20. Sammy and Baron Corbin is at a plus 5,000. Now, honestly, I do not know what the writers were thinking to add Sami Zayn in this Elimination Chamber. Because for the past, who knows how many, since he came back, he's been all aboard, on the Intercontinental Championship. Since he came back, up until now, why they're just putting him in this match, more likely it's just more cannon fodder to the thing. Me personally, I think they should have put in Nakamura, but I guess they're trying to make, a good, Intercontinental title between, because we already seen Apollo and Big E go at it, even though, last night he said, you know what, no, Cruz, you had 3 opportunities to get it, you're not getting again. So it's now Nakamura's turn. However, I feel like Nakamura got screwed out again from, a Universal title reign. Because if he was in there, I probably would have put my money on him, because he should have been the one that faced Reigns at TLC. I figured they will make it up for him on this. Apparently not. So, yeah. As of right now, I think my money's on Cesaro winning. But with that, but with Cesaro winning, I don't see him winning against Reigns. Just due to the fact that depending on when this match takes place in the night, I mean, if Reigns come out right after the Elimination Chamber, I want this match to go right now. Yeah, I don't see Cesaro winning either, or if it's going on later tonight. But you never know. But as far as the uh, the SmackDown Elimination Chamber first contender, as far as concerned, my money's on Cesaro winning this match. And then later on, I think Reigns is going to win that one, and we'll deal with whatever is coming next. 3 weeks from Sunday. Moving on, Raw Women's Champion, Asuka versus supposedly Lacey. Now, last Monday, Lacey comes out with bombshell. She's pregnant, but we haven't heard anything since then. I haven't seen anything on Twitter saying such and such taking this spot. Now, either, we haven't heard anything if this is true or this is just some ploy for her not facing, Charlotte that night. We'll see. We will see during the kickoff show. Yeah. But if this goes down, my money's on Asuka. Unless, once again, Rick decides to play, do his, do Rick things. However, who's going to take that spot? Probably Charlotte. And that's the only option I could think of is taking that spot. She might do an open challenge. But if she does the open challenge, it would probably Charlotte to come out. And then you never know. I don't expect, Becky to come back. It's a little too early for that because when she gave birth, mid-December. So, yeah, honestly, somebody in this field probably needs a good, solid year to get back, up. I just say not, up to speed, quote unquote, but at least play into it, wrestle into it. You guys get it. Hopefully, you guys get it. Moving on. So, wrap it up. Raw Women's Champ winner is Asuka. Unless it's Charlotte, then if Charlotte comes out, as long as Rick doesn't come out to do Rick things, I think Charlotte will win that match. Okay. So, U.S. Championship triple threat match. Bobby, Riddle, and damn, and Keith Lee. Blanked on Lee. Bobby Lashley is a negative 200 favorite with Keith Lee as a plus 300. My money's on Riddle because I think that now is the time where Riddle actually get it. He might actually get it because Keith and Bobby might take each other out, and Riddle might capitalize. I think he might tag or pin Lee just to win the title. Riddle is a plus 250, so not bad. Not bad. But yeah, this time I think Riddle will walk away with the U.S. title. If he doesn't, very surprising. Very, very surprising if he doesn't walk away with the title. I know it's a little early for him to get, a championship team, or what am I thinking? A little early for him to get a championship belt, considering he just came on with SmackDown last year around what was that? Man, I can't think. What was it? May, I believe. No, it wasn't May. Ugh. But anyway, it hasn't even been a year. So that was all I'm saying. It's pretty fast for Riddle to get uh, a belt. Same thing with Lee. Even though he came surprisingly close against Drew McIntyre on Legends Night, even though that match should have been a pay-per-view match. I think I've said that before in the past, but we definitely should see something like that again. Maybe 3 months from now, or maybe two. Maybe two at because that would be awesome. And then we have the women's tag team match. You know, Sasha Banks and Belair teaming up against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Now, if memory serves correct, I could have swore Naomi and Lana were first contenders for the tag team champs. I don't know what happened to that. Um, I guess the only reason why they get it because there's only one. Let me 1, 2, 3. You know, three Raw you know title or matches versus one they need another SmackDown one because you have the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, and then you have whoever wins that face Reigns, which is two, and then now you need another third SmackDown. So I think that's the only reason why you have Sasha and Belair teaming up to face, you know, the Jackson Baszler. Now originally, as I said this out loud, I wrote it down that Sasha and Belair will win. However, now that I think about it, when I said Lana and Naomi are true number one contenders, I think they'll Jackson Baszler will retain, and then I think the coming Monday they will face uh, Naomi and Lana. However, however, with the Raw women, not with the women's tag team champions, they can go throughout all brands, and with Belair, still haven't decided who she's gonna face. Kind of doing what Edge is doing, going from Raw and SmackDown. That might happen, but uh, so yeah, this one I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win on what I just said. Uh, Going back to Edge, I think at this point, I think we know who Edge is gonna face. It's somebody from SmackDown. He's probably gonna go for the Universal title, considering what he just, because he wasn't even on Raw this past Monday, but he was on SmackDown, last night. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Universal title, whoever holds it. Um, would I like to see Reigns and Edge go at it? Absolutely, absolutely. Nothing but spears going on. I mean, since we couldn't get Goldberg and Reigns, we might get Edge and Reigns with their spears. So, all in all, this might be pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not. I'm not expecting a whole lot of action in the SmackDown area as I am in the Raw area, just based on talent. Sami Zayn's all right. He's about as you know box office as Jeff Hardy now, unless it's a TLC match with Jeff Hardy. I think he should just go with his brother over at AEW, which is funny. All the people that went to AEW. Excuse me. Oh, so yeah, I would like to see what happens after. I can't wait till Monday, till just to see the the aftermath of what happens tomorrow. Speaking of the tomorrow, or when I say that, I mean beyond, I do not know what the next pay per view would be. If past pay per view, it would be Super Showdown, or it would be, I believe, Stomping Ground right before WrestleMania. Because last year it was Super Showdown. The year before that, it was Stomping Ground. Heading into Kofi Mania. Will we get Kofi Mania 2? No, I doubt it. It'd be something to see, but I seriously doubt it. Um, I would like to once again. I'm surprised they didn't give Bobby Lashley you know a rematch like they did with Dolph Ziggler or anybody else. I know. Oh, that was weird. I heard some weird noise going on. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't give Bobby Lashley a rematch because of what Lana did during what was it? Was that Backlash? Or yes, I believe that. I think that was Backlash. Yeah. Anyway, but because of Lana's involvement in that match, he lost. I'm surprised they didn't give him a rematch for that. They say no, we're gonna give you the U.S. Championship for a good long time. So yeah, you never know. Maybe the Fiend will make an appearance that, like he, well, I'm really, really kind of excited to see what the new Fiend is going to look like. To me, it sounds like the reason why we haven't seen, Bray Wyatt, or actually, yeah, just Bray Wyatt himself is probably because they're in the lab going through, concept art. It's like, you like this, Bray, you like that, getting fitted for, whatever the new Fiend is going to look like. So I think that's what's happening right now. Other than him, because I seriously doubt they're just giving him this much R&R. Excuse me, because there's no way unless unless he's injured. I haven't really looked it up to see if he was actually injured or not, or they're actually gonna retool the Fiend. Like I just said, they're just going through concept art. It's like, all right, I like this one. I like A, B, and C. All right, get the Taylors up here and see what does it actually look like on you know I can't remember his real name, but I'm just say Bray. And they're suiting him up and say, okay, this doesn't look good on television. That looks okay on television, and up until the point where they say, that's it, that's the one. I like it. I like it on. I like it. Um, so yeah. Also another thing, I'm pretty sure after watching Two Fit the day of the Rumble, I don't think Vince is in there anymore, because in the back, behind the scenes, all I saw was Shane and Paul. I can't pronounce his last name, but Paul Triple H. He was there, and Shane was there in the back. So I think I'm pretty. Yeah. So I think Shane is now running, you know, right then and there, as like his dad did Vince, up until this point. Um, so either he I know he's old. He's probably he is that in that tier of getting COVID. And maybe that's why he's not there, and Shane's taking over up until this thing blows over, and he'll come back, or just Shane just takes over, just took it over. Either way, that was just something I just noticed watching day of the accountable. So, so yeah, that is my take on the 2021 Elimination Chamber. Uh, Once again, if you guys out there, whoever's listening, uh, like this or our other not original, our main contact, uh, email us. Maybe you want to hear something else, our take on some other things, or you have questions on anything, you know, um, you know, anime related stuff, hentai related stuff, or just general shit. Email us at to listen to at gmail.com. Once again, it's to listen to at gmail.com. It will be in the description once I post it up. But thanks for listening to the In Between. I am Jarrett. Until next time.